What's up, friends? It's your boy GP with DeOrganized Media, bringing you another awesome episode of DeOrganized Nightly, where we get your favorite Giga Brain Astronaut Scholars into the same room, discuss the latest alpha, Bitcoin news, world news, alpha fresh and hot off the presses, you name it, we got it with DeOrganized. Hopefully, you've had a very high frequency week. I hope that you've been surrounded by love. Going into the weekend, I hope that you get to touch some grass and get some ass, like our beloved Peace Love Music would say. Got some base stuff going on, man. It looks like Bitcoin is recovering a bit, alts are recovering a bit after a red week. So yes, Jerome came out and he saved crypto. Apparently, is what I saw on the timeline today. Made me laugh. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the news and actually let's take a quick look at the Bitcoin chart real quick and just like wow, look at that, wow. These 4-hour candles ain't playing, especially this one right here, where it's just like, whoa, touch the around the 110, 111K area, this little zone we were looking for. If you were tuned into Darth Charts on Tuesday at 1 p.m. ET, we talked about this area, about coming down to, either in between 110 to 105 through a box or whatever. But it looks like we didn't quite get down there. We got to about 111K. And then, boom, big candle to the upside as Jerome was speaking. So very cool stuff. Getting to look at Total 3 looking like it's getting very, very interesting right now. Coming down to, do some stuff here. So this box that I drew from I don't know where. I'm no technical analyst and, definitely NFA and DYOR, but it looks like Total 3 is looking very strong. That is all alts, not including Bitcoin. That is the total market cap of everything else without Bitcoin. So looking like a big move here. Let's look at it on the daily time frame as well. With ETH hitting new all-time highs, BNB also hitting new all-time highs all around the, it looks like it's about time for an alt season, baby. Let's go. Let's take a look at our beloved stacks. Looking like it's making a very nice daily candle here. And this daily candle will close in about 35 minutes. So we shall reassess in just in a little bit. We've got our good friends in the back that we'll bring on and we'll talk about this, right? Two real strong 4-hour candles there. Looking like a higher high being set. Do we see a little higher low being set and then a trend change? Who knows? Who knows? We shall see, is what I say. Let's get into the news. I got some news for you, so I'll bring up my bookmarks for you and see what we got here. Okay, that is not the bookmarks. You can almost always count on that. There should be a prediction market that is about 100% out there that GP is never ready when it comes to the news. Coming from our legend of stacks legends, Jack Bin Switch, and you can follow him at Jack Bin Switch. Did you know that Rue runes are paired with USDH? Pretty cool, huh? You'll truly get your Rue defenders at the price you deserve. And check out this artwork from Honey Badger's artist Rodrigo. It's sick, man. This Rue defenders art looks great, and I'm very, very excited. I will type so excited here. So excited. Let's go. Can't wait for the Rudiment Defenders mint. And yes, USDH. Runes backed by a Bitcoin-backed stable. Look at that. Very based. Go get you some runes on BitFlow. Let's go. Coming from the DeOrganized handle, and you can follow that at DeOrganized BTC. Stacks, D-Grants, Cohort 3 isn't just about funding. Let's go. I said it. I'll say it again. Stacks, D-Grants, Cohort 3 isn't just about funding. The real value is in the people, conversations, and networks that last. Here's what the community had to say. It's tuning in right here. Just a little recap from D-Grant's Cohort 3 kickoff. For Peace Love Music, definitely give this bass guy a follow. That is at Peace Love Music G. The money was secondary. The true glue of D-Grants is the networking of DeOrganized, the Let's Go morning show. So if you want to go back and watch all of the highlights, I'll definitely push this to the top of my page. That is GPSE_STX. Go check it out. Let's see. Mel Bell reinforces this. D Grants connects artists, builders, and creators in ways that spark new possibilities. See highlights, examples like Trippin' Monkey's journey as a developer on Stacks. Definitely give this guy a follow. Trippin' Monkey. That is monkey with a 0. Very, very base dev within our ecosystem. Legends of Stacks Legends Jack and Switch frames D Grants as a Stacks pre-accelerator, a space where ideas get refined, concepts get proven, and networks formed before scaling. We have Stacks Ascent for the accelerator, and we have D Grants for the pre-accelerator phase and bootstrapping. So go check it out. Founder of Zero Authority XY0 points to another outcome. D Grants doesn't just fund projects, it mints leaders. All right, cool. All right, who is this base chat? Oh, that's me. My bad. GPSC_STX, where you can follow me. Like I said, your Giga Pepe V2 and OG Giga Pepes are now indexed on layers. Big shout out to Bobby Chisel. Definitely give him a follow, Bobby_Chisel, for including the Gigaverse. Go claim your layers. Look at this. Fresh. See that OG Giga right there. And then you got the Giga Pepes shown along with all the NFTs in my GPSC.BTC wallet. You can go claim yours at layers.xyz. Don't sleep. Go check it out, guys. Go check it out. TGIF, BTC is pumping, Stacks is pumping. Seems like a good day to do a giveaway. To be eligible, like and repost, tag 3 friends, drop hashtag Gigaverse with your STX address in the comments. Jump into the Stacking DAO and Zest Discords for more giveaways coming. 48 hours, winner gets a Giga Pepe V2 NFT. And I made this like right here. I made this. And then this is the new Gigaverse logo. This is the GPSC logo right here. Boom. Tell me what you like it. Drop it in the comments. Let's go. And I also dropped a link connected to the Stacking DAO and Zest Protocol Discords there in this thread. So all you have to do to be eligible is, and this is also my pinned tweet, is go like and share, tag 3, and drop hashtag Gigaverse in the comments. Let's go. Coming from Mr. Wagme here, and that is at Mr. Wagme BTC. On the CoinGecko Made in USA category, blocked cash tag B is number 6 on the 1 hour and number 33 on the 24 hour. Let's take a look at that. Boom, 1 hour blocks up 1.2%, and on the 24 hour up 1.2%, up 10%. Look at that. Go blocks, go. Spotted in Los Angeles from Tiffany Fong here. Wow, I wonder if this guy ate a chipotle bowl with maybe a little bit too much spice. I don't know. Is this DGen Activities? Let me know if this is DGen Activities in the chat. I don't know if this is DGen Activities or if this is just like wildness, but hey, wash your ass by any means necessary. All right. If I sell, this is so accurate and relatable. If I sell up on 8,937.6%. If I hodl, sideways. If I buy, down 99%. It is so relatable, and I feel like it's related to Soul for some reason, but yes, so relatable. Coming from the BoostX handle, and you definitely want to follow this one. This is BoostX_app. Look at that. And perfect fit, right? So this is a post from BNS1, and you definitely want to follow them at @1_BNS. BNS and BoostX equal the perfect match. BoostX brings a lot of functionality to your .btc, .stx, .id names, including interacting with the Stacks blockchain directly from X and Discord. And soon you will be able to redacted as well as redacted within Cryptonauts. So definitely go register your .btc names. Get yourself into the game, guys. Be ahead of the curve, like our legend Jackman Switch likes to say. Go support the ones that are building for us out there. Coming from the Fast Pool handle, and you want to follow that as well, the Fast Pool giveaway, 10 million STX milestone giveaway, week number 3. We're celebrating with 500 SDX giveaway for now. 5 winners, 100 SDX each. How to enter, like and retweet this post, follow Fastpool and Stacking DAO. Drop your SDX address in the comments. Winners announced next week. I love it. And I'll push this back to the top of my page here by undoing and redoing, pushing that to the top of the GPSC_SDX page there. Coming from the main Stacks handle here, and you can follow that at Stacks. Good morning to a great Stacks week. Let's see. Shout out to the Bitcoin builders shipping new features on Stacks. Let's read. D-Grants Cohort 3 kicks off, expanding funding for new apps. Zero Authority outlines its roadmap. House of Chimera publishes a Stacks thesis, positioning Stacks as the place where Bitcoin grows. Learn Web3 launches a new developer course for DeFi apps. BNS1 shares its marketplace roadmap detailing upcoming features, and Tiger Research releases a BTC5 report ranking Stacks as the leading Bitcoin DeFi ecosystem. And it is so true. We have so many base ways to earn in our ecosystem, along with NFTs, different IPs, meme coins, you name it. We've got it in our ecosystem. Stacks has it going on, and has been building layer twos on Bitcoin since before it was cool. So love it, trusted, battle tested. Stacks is the way. Let's go. Coming from the Bitflow handle here, and you can follow that at Bitflow_finance. Bitcoin plus Stacks equals BTC Fi. I love it. I love the statement, bold statement, and it is so true. Again, from the Stacks handle here, BTC Fi can't exist. Okay. Bitcoin has no use beyond holding. Okay. Stacks community is showing people otherwise, and that's a fact. Hodlers out there know the value proposition that Stacks brings to Bitcoin, and we are aiming to unlock that $1 trillion of idle liquidity and put it to work for exponential gains. Let's go. Coming from the Bitflow handle again, and big congrats to the guys, Diego and Dylan. I see you, Samisa, all the guys from Bitflow. We love you guys. Big ups to you guys hitting 50,000 followers on X. Another milestone crushed. Thank you for the surfers and your incredible support and engagement. Let's keep this momentum going. Bitflow is the way. It is the future of DEXs. So big shout out to Bitflow. Hermetica coming in hot and heavy. You can follow them at Hermetica5. Around here, a seat in the community comes with yield. This week, USDH paid out 6% APY in dividends. What is this USDH that I've been talking about? If you do not know about USDH, it is the first Bitcoin-backed stablecoin in existence. Native on Bitcoin, it is a rune. I love my Bitcoin-backed stables. Ditch your fiat-backed stables, guys, and get you some stables backed by Bitcoin. I'm telling you, and there is base yield to be had. Up to 25% APY for staking on the Hermetica 2.0 platform. So go check it out. They have new integrations like Phantom Wallet and OKX Wallet, where you can just bring your USDC that is on ETH and bridge it over seamlessly directly into USDH. I'm telling you, this is the way to go, guys. This is the future. Yield-bearing stablecoins that yield you real gains in Bitcoin. Let's go. They also have BTC vaults on the way. Very, very interesting. So check it out. Follow Hermetica Fi on X. Let's go. Coming from Stacking DAO here, and you can follow them at Stacking DAO. There's a single place to track everything about STX stacking, from LSTs to pool stats to monitoring wallet stacking positions, plus instant updates via a Telegram bot. Explore the stacking tracker. I've liked and shared that to my page. Definitely get into the Stacking DAO Discord. I am the community manager over there. We have weekly challenges. We have monthly poker tournaments. We have weekly Pokemon tournaments. You name it, we got it in the Stacking DAO Discord. It's a lot of fun in there. We have a based activity schedule and a lot of base chats. Show up every single day and get loud and have fun in there. So get into the Stacking DAO Discord. Let's have some fun. All right, getting into the main news here. This is 240 billion added to the total altcoin market cap in the past 24 hours. Now, let me read that again. That is 240. Is that Yeah, that's 240 billion added to the altcoin market cap in the past 24 hours. Huge, 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 huge. Latest, that is 1 trillion added to the US stock market today. Wow, wow, wow. Just in, Powell's comments sent 300 million in Binance BTC futures, lifting open interest to 13.3 billion. Look at that, climbing, spiking, doing big numbers. Let's go. Looking like it was a bearish week that ended very strong. Honestly, it's not even done. We got another day, but damn, it was bearish all week, and then just boom. As soon as Jerome Powell speaks, it just seems like everybody feels reinvigorated. Wealthy Asian investors target 5% of portfolios in crypto as adoption broadens. Look at that. So Eastern Asia and then the rest of the world. So look at that. 5% of portfolios. Let's go. BNB reaches new all-time high, up $900. Look at a happy CZ. 888 BNB. Look at that with that smile. Go ahead, ZZ, with your bad self. Okay. BNB hitting a new all-time high, 900 big wins. Bullish. A Bitcoin whale moved 300 BTC to hyperliquid and is now up 84 million in unrealized gains from massive ETH long and spot positions. Look at that. CoinW rejects fraud links, pledges stricter compliance and cooperation with regulators to protect users. Look at that. Update. Trump's family firm, World Liberty Financial, has added $5 million, 25,000 worth of ETH. Look at that. Update. Strategy remains the largest corporate Bitcoin holder with over 629,000 BTC. Arthur Hayes says he is betting on ETH this cycle, suggesting possible top of 20,000 big ones. Van Eck has filed for a spot Solana ETF backed by liquid staking token Jito Sol. SBI invested 50 million in Circle and established a joint venture to advance USDC in Japan. Wow, Asian countries getting it on, trying to get into the game. So look at that. Powell, our policy rate is now 100 basis points points closer to neutral than it was a year ago. It is working. Time to cut rates and turn on that printer, baby. Let's go. Risk on. Today, odds of a Fed rate cut in September have jumped to 89.2% after Powell's speech. I think it got down as low as like 72% or something like that, maybe even a little bit lower, but they spiked a little bit more to 89.2% after his speech. 200 million of shorts wrecked in 1 hour. Wow. 112 million of ETH shorts. That's crazy. Justin, ETH at 4,600, and I do believe that it just hit a new all-time high. I'll take a look at that in a second and tell you exactly where it is. But here are the key takeaways from Powell's FOMC press conference, and then we'll bring on the guys and we'll do a little bit of conversating about what's going on in the ecosystem. Risk now tilt toward jobs, not just inflation. Labor supply is weakening with demand. Fed scrapes flexible average inflation targeting. Scraps flexible average inflation targeting. Stable inflation expectations no longer assumed. Signals possible rate cut in September. So everybody's expecting a rate cut in September. Wonder if that, I'm not even going to say it. Coinbase is enforcing on-site U.S. training to block North Korean hacker infiltration. Ethereum treasury firm SharpLink approves 1.5 billion stock repurchase plan. BNB is now tradable at Rackbank in UAE. Yep. Okay. Oh yeah. Philippines HB 421 has been filed to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve. They plan in the Philippines to accumulate 10,000 BTC over the next 5 years. So big on the Philippines. I'm a Filipino dude, so good on them. So let's go. And I'll stop sharing right here, and we'll just bring on the guys. So tonight we have Bolu in the house. We've got Darth Dude in the house. Crypto Dude in the house, Dude Squad, and we've got the Legend of Stacks Legends, Jack Bin Switch in the house. Happy Friday, guys. How are we feeling?
Good, man. How's it going?
Great.
It's going good, man. Going good. Really excited about them teasers, man. About them Rue Defenders, Jack. I'm telling you.
Look, it's going to be awesome. I think that anyone who's been a part of Rue has got, good reason to be proud of Rue and what's come out of Rue. And the Rue Defenders is going to kind of keep that tradition and try to be the crown jewel, because what do we like to do? We like to stay ahead of the curve, right? GP, like that's what we want to do. And like when you look at that art, what do you think? Because what I think when I see it, and I know y'all haven't seen as much of it as I have, obviously, but I see G.I. Joe, I see Transformers, I see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I see IP, I see multimedia, I see stories being told, and everyone likes to talk about what can you do with crypto and what can't you do with crypto. And we can all see it's quite obvious that copyrights and IP and all of that stuff is about to change drastically as a result of things like AI and crypto. And I see like whole new ways of like selling intellectual property rights to people who want to make stuff. I see people who own things like Rue Defenders being able to stake them, and people being able to come in and buy portions of that stake and pay these people yield to be able to borrow these likenesses to make products, to make advertising, to make books, to make. So yeah, like people have to stop thinking about bullshit from yesterday and start thinking about what's in front of them, right? And that's why you have to realize the whole world's changing, and it's just a matter of like adapting to it and figuring it out first, and then using this technology to make cool shit happen, right? And so that's where my head's at. And whether or not that gets pulled off with this collection, I don't know. That's where I'd like to see it go. That's the direction I'd like to see it go in. But at the end of the day, there's going to be some really cool art here for some really cool people. For people who have supported Rue from the beginning, they're going to get the value. They're going to get value things for free for being longtime supporters. I don't know. I'm very excited about it, dude. Very excited.
Me too, man. Me too. I've been looking forward to this for a while, and those stacks invaders came with an allocation of Rue runes, which we will be minting the Rue Defenders in, which is really, really cool. You'll have to have the Rue runes to mint, and I got some Rue runes. That's what's up, dude. And I still have Rue runes on a majority of my invaders, right? So for people that have the Rue runes still attached to their invaders, what do you suggest for them? Do you suggest holding those runes on the invaders, or like what do you personally?
I haven't sold any of mine. I have all of my invaders still have their runes on them. What I think is what I like about having the runes attached to USDH is that this is a really cool opportunity for people to get into a collection, and whatever they pay to get into it is going to be based on demand. It's not going to be based on a fluctuating Bitcoin price. It's not going to be based on a fluctuating underlying asset price, whatever the demand for the runes are. So I think that like a lot of what you do with your runes is going to have to do with how hyped people are about this art and about this collection and about being a part of this community. Again,
runes connected to USDH. Yeah. My brain just did like an epiphany.
Rue has done so much cool shit. Like, and I'm so tired. I'm a little aggravated because I get tired of just hearing about what stacks can do versus what it can't do. And I'm sitting here looking around at all the cool shit that's happened on stacks and things that have been built on stacks that are all in those can't do categories. And Rue's in there. Like, You know what I'm saying? And it's brought a lot of value to the Stacks community. And by having the freedom of just being able to do cool things and see what works, see what doesn't, we've had a lot of cool stuff happen. And having the first runes, that are paired with a Bitcoin backed stable is just another one of those really cool things that I like about what's going on. And we haven't even gotten to the lore of the Runiverse that's existing around this collection that's being made and all the things that's going into it. And the ordinals are going to be different. Like, I can't give away the secret sauce, but like, I don't know. It's fun and it's cool, and I really hope the brews like it. It makes me very happy to see people excited about it. I'm very excited about it. To me, this represents, like, I don't know, like being able to bring Rue into fruition and do all of these things with the community and the meme coin and the NFTs and now the ordinals. That's like that represents like a dream come true for me personally, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to see how that's worked, I just really want this to be like the pinnacle of all of that, and I think it will be.
Heck yeah, love it. Yeah, I want more Rue. Like, we had the idea for adding, like, if you're streaming some gameplay on the Cryptonauts and somebody boosts you with some Rue, it makes it like where you got higher, like, some bonus to jumping temporarily and shit like that. And
Yeah.
Like, it could be cool to see something like that with Stacks invaders as well, to where like maybe you receive a boost of an NFT of an invader, right? And then instead of it like giving you a bonus, maybe it spawns like an NPC or like maybe a swarm of invaders fall from the sky or something, creating like chaos or something. I love that kind of shit. Like, this is fun,
right? Exactly, fun. And like, y'all are building a shooter game for Stacks, right? And like, I want that for like the collection. I want that for the Rue Defenders. I want that. I want that to be something that people can take their assets and enjoy them in ways. And like you say, all new gameplay, right? I think that's fun, and I think that's where everything's headed anyway.
Yeah, the Ruverse, the Gigaverse, all the verses. I call mine is the Cryptoverse. That's kind of what but all the artists and ideas and like the technology is becoming exponentially like just better. It seems like it's weird. Like, it seems like everywhere you look, just everybody is building based shit. Even not just in our ecosystem as well. Like, outside the ecosystem, there's so much innovation that's happening in just the broader gaming experience. There's like, have you guys seen that Gen 3 stuff or Genie 3 from Google? I mean, not to like, do a corporate shill thing here, but you got to give credit where credit's due when they're innovating. And they got like basically virtual reality or VR or basically game play, like walk through environments that are generated on the fly based on AI. So, and it's got in memory or world memory, so like you can interact with shit and it remembers. You can like, it's weird. It's super crazy. It's like prompted virtual reality basically.
And that's why I'm very interested in the IP angle, because all of this technology, like you said, is getting so much better. And if you want to take an established IP or an IP that's really cool and be able to like make some cool stuff with that, like, I think there's something there, and I think it fits right in with the community ethos. It fits right in with Bitcoin and crypto in general, and I just dig that, man. And I'm very excited about what's coming, And that's another thing. Like, we're gonna have the gaming here on Stacks. We need streaming. We need streaming bad. Like, we're streaming, right? But like, we're streaming through a non-crypto native platform. We're in the process here of like becoming more, crypto in terms of deorganized.
Yeah.
But like,
Right, and I wanted to touch on that too. Is that like, hey, like, pay attention, stay tuned, set up your profile on DeOrganized Media. This is where it's at, guys. Like, if you want to be able to be early, the way to be early to DeOrganized is go set your profile up. Go visit the DeOrganized.media / schedule, right? Go scan that QR code. Go check out the schedule for the week, so that way, boom, you know what spaces you're going to be in, what podcast, what time you need to be here or there to be, and then also go connect your wallet and set up your profile on DeOrganized.media. There's a lot of things coming, and what Jack is speaking on, right? Like redacted. So stay tuned. Big ups to like bringing
like
that
think
up.
about just with the DeOrganized morning show. Look at it. It has sponsors. Like, people are going to be streaming more. Imagine coming in, a DeOrganized platform, setting up a stream and getting sponsors, and being able to game or what have you. And like, you're only going to see more of that. Like,
it most definitely do. We can add additional hooks and functionality too, also to DeOrganize that includes like doing things that we already are used to doing, like boosting and stuff like that. So, like, building the change is the solution, right? Like
connecting streaming to on-chain action.
Exactly. Yeah, you can already do that on X, obviously, with BoostX. You could stream like we're doing right now, and people can, if they have BoostX, they can click the rocket and tip you right now. Like that, I do that kind of pretty regularly when you're doing your morning news or your news, but I forgot to do it today because I was handling some other stuff. But we need to probably come up with like an overlay app that people can plug in, get a URL and plug it into their OBS as an element, basically an overlay. Like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with OBS, but that's typically what most people use when they're streaming is OBS. And if we can basically build out a little overlay system, I've mentioned this previously in the past, but if we can build out a little overlay system, then we can get more than just the rocket boost. We can, make it to where a big old splash happens on the screen when you receive a boost, or when it doesn't even necessarily have to be a boost. It could just be when your payment address receives a payment, right? Regardless of how it receives the payment. So there's literally a service right there that's to be had in the ecosystem that could leverage everything we already have, and you could be providing real service to streamers.
But you see what time it is. Like, you saw what happened in the market today. And you see, like, this, it's like I said a couple of weeks ago, like, alt season starting. Like,
Your pricing is gonna be violent.
And like, things are gonna get crazy, and like, everybody's coming to crypto. Like, it's just gonna grow more and more. Like, and people aren't ready for what this actually looks like. And there's so much cool stuff that we want to do here, that we need to do here, because that's how you're going to be found. That's how people who want to know about crypto, that's how they're going to find you. It's going to be based on the cool shit that you have happening, right? The cool shit you have going on. So like, the more cool shit we have in the Stacks ecosystem, the better.
I think that we're starting to see it, right, Jack? Like, we have the users coming. So
should we tell Jack about that little alpha that we were talking about earlier in the?
Fuck no, we're not telling.
You got nothing. His name's Jack. Jack
holding up the Root Defenders alpha in on us and all that.
No, you gotta have to wait like the rest of them. No, yeah. So I'll spill the beans on it. This is something that's kind of we've been kicking around in the background and idea wise, and it's kind of manifesting quicker than we even realize like
Crypto
Smith just fucking
based.
was like, hey, I got some time. Let me just fucking hammer on this, and we're just like, all right, what the hell? What the fuck? How did you hammer that much that quick? What the fuck? So, for those that aren't aware, go follow CryptoSmith. CryptoSmith.btc
100%.
for sure. Do that. But yeah, we've been hammering on something called Stacks Pot, basically, and so Stacks Pot
Listen to this,
is,
Jack.
like what a jackpot is. You buy a
Yeah.
ticket, and then the winner takes the winnings, right? And everybody's kind of, it's like a raffle system or whatever. Well, it's the same thing, except we'll be stacking. So everybody, it will essentially, the way it'll work is people will be able to create a pot, right? And then follow CryptoSmith. So people will be able to create a pot, and that's basically a contract, and then other people will be able to stack into that pot, and then the winner, like when you're creating the pot, you can configure the parameters of the pot. So the minimum amount you have to enter the pot, the maximum number of participants, the cycle. It's going to be integrating with Figure's Fast Pool so that you can even configure the reward, whether or not it's STX or SBTC. But basically, it's the odds are determined based on the participants count. So if there's 10 maximum participants, then you have basically at worst case odds 10% odds of winning the pot. And so this is a new interesting way we can add TVL to stacking that is not just so whale friendly. It's more luck of the draw type friendly, and help the minnows get some more bags and help them see the value in stacking, because you don't have to surrender your principal. You can just stack again the next round if you lost, because you're not really losing. You still got your principal. You just didn't win that round. So
That's cool, man. That's brilliant.
Yeah, we were just like talking about it, conceptualizing it, and CryptoSmith's like, all right, check this guys out. Check this shit out. We're like, wait a second, you already hammered on that fucking clarity? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's so cool. Like, I mean, you'll like you said, you're incentivizing smaller players to stack, and if they just keep re-upping, at some point, if they win, like that's so cool.
Outsized returns, right?
Exactly.
Like it's awesome, dude. So I thought that was the coolest thing, Jack. Like to see that the concept phase went from boom to here's the code within a week, right? So base builders build on Bitcoin via stacks. Like it's been my thesis and a thing that I've been saying for a while, but like I mean that. Like the builders here are so passionate, so talented, man.
That's stacks is where Bitcoin meets crypto. And like I think I've been saying that there's a lot of terms that I've coined over the years in stacks that like just become part of the lexicon. This is one that needs to become part of the lexicon, and I really want people to start thinking about what it actually means. But stacks is where Bitcoin meets crypto, and one aspect of that is like that Bitcoin ethos, that you really don't see anywhere else. It's part of what makes stacks magical. Like people wonder why stacks has such a cool community. That's a big part of it, is that Bitcoin ethos, and exactly what you were talking about base builders, right?
People willing to pick up the slack. That's the difference.
Right.
Like we were talking about the D-grants process yesterday heavily, obviously, and then we were just like, this is what we want. We want to have an API. So freaking Blockface was just like, yeah, I think I can spin one of those up. We got some old data. We can probably start feeding out that API, and we can kind of get this ball rolling. And that's what we need. We need more of that mentality, that willing to pick it up, do what needs to be done. Don't make excuses. Stop having more we don't need more manager meetings. We need more building. Like we're building the change. We're not trying to replicate what already exists, right? So no more fucking. I mean, we need obviously to come together and have meetings and whatnot, but less of the manager meeting by where everybody's just like trying to fucking basically, wait their 2 cents to talk type thing. It needs to be more focused on the these are my concerns. that type of thing. Focus on productivity basically, and we can move that ball fast, and we can innovate and make it exceptionally well for a process on cohort 3, and then we can evolve it for cohort 4 because we can prove out the 3 is fucking optimized compared to 2, and 2 is optimized compared to 1. So it's improving with each iteration, becoming more decentralized with each iteration, finding better market fit with each iteration for each of the applicants. That
you're right.
So we
and
can do it.
There's something there, because like when we're talking about cohort 3, okay, so I think like you look at it in 2 ways. Let's use the example, 2 things that already exist. Let's look at Property X, which is the RWA platform, right, from Binyana. Okay, so that's like, let's say that is like a VC track, like professional investment track. The D Grants acts is an incubator / accelerator, get you ready for that. But then the other track, let's look at the Stacks AI Guild. This is community stuff, but this is community stuff that can be a public good for the entire Stacks community. And like, so obviously you want that to be funded, you want that to be seeded, and you want there to be some kind of way that it's like a formalized system. And with Hero being so involved in it, it's going to be quite well done.
I think I pick up what you're putting down. You're saying more of generic categorization rather than try to pigeonhole the categories. In essence, like incubator grant, public good grant, and maybe like moonshot grant or something, like 3 general.
Essentially, yeah, because like
then we're less restricting, right?
With like the AI Guild, like how beneficial is that for like a new team on Stacks or anyone on Stacks to be able to go like, hey, we'll support this guild to the tune of whatever the fee is, and like they'll make X amount of content for us. And you see, like, then you also have that feeds so closely into like the marketing side of Stacks, the community. Like it could be that same thing. So you have like a public good, and this could work in the stacking and this, that, and the other, where like you can make programs that are feasible. And
so you're saying like tracks from the incubator side lead into like the seed side of things, and then tracks from the public good side kind of lead into, I guess what would be the natural conclusion there?
Well, even now, right?
I guess more distributed sponsorship. That'd be.
Look at it this way, Crypto dude. Let's make this real personal. You're like a crack dev. You're awesome at that, and you've been in a Stacks ecosystem longer than I have. And we didn't become friends until like you started coming around DeOrganized, right? Like, so you're like this guy who's like just got the technical stuff down. You didn't have the marketing part though, right? You had to like come on. And so like, what was the conventional wisdom if like a VC type accelerator is being like, okay, we're going to teach these guys how to bring something to market? The conventional wisdom is like, okay, you need a lean team, you need a marketing guy, you need a tech guy, you need a back end guy, you need all this shit. Well, now we're already seeing that change because of AI. So it stands to reason that like by having available talent in the community and builders, like you say, like if you're on like a path to just like take a project, all the way up and get it fully funded and everything, where you could take what you needed that you didn't have if it's already available in the community. And
it's to be like public goods route would transition to like distributed sponsorship to like guilds. So guilds would be kind of responsible for managing those public goods.
Basically, I mean, and you'd have to see what the system ultimately looked like. But I mean, look at what it does. It incentivizes people to learn more and get better and get involved so that they become more valuable. And they can eventually go on and do other things. There's and the thing that we've always done here in Stacks is we've done all this shit organically without money, without any help, right? We've just like we've put all this stuff together. We've supported each other. We've made some really cool things happen, and through a system where it's like kind of community run and community led, where there's leadership, mentorship, talent. and you know, all of these different things. Yeah, I think there's a lot of opportunity here to do something very special. And again, like, and GP will back me up 1,000,000% on this. When we first started fooling around with Rue, like, nobody was talking about any of this shit. No one was talking about like minting leaders or like using like, you know, something to like galvanize attention and then allow people to take that and then build from that. Like, no one was talking about that. This is another.
I implemented that, dude. Like, you
Right.
taught me that, and I implemented
So like
that.
now
Yeah.
we're at the same opportunity where we can take all of those things and we can then like blow it up. That's that same thing, exactly like you're talking about. That becomes another inflection point where you can take all the stuff that's already been done and it's gone from theory to practice to like very successful, and then bam, now like, oh, you can add a little more structure to it. You can add a little
Iterate and optimize.
funding to it. You can iterate on it. Boom. And now you have something even bigger. I think we have the opportunity to do things like that, which move the needle, because we can't get stuck in yesterday's thinking. We just can't.
Yeah, the Stacks AI Guild is going to be a huge
Right.
unlock, and I think that honestly, the whole use case and how the tools have only gotten better, and now you can build a website from scratch, just like that. You can reference the Sifted repository and have a Stacks
The
command.
Guild is
All
basically
of those-
turning into a service like entity, right? A public good service
Yep.
entity that can help people
Yep,
get
exactly.
further along in their project for
And it
minimal
becomes
cost, right?
100%.
Right. Like, you have some initial funding from the grants, but like, as people utilize it, you get more funding for it. And as there's more funding around it, there's more opportunity. And yeah, but I think that's awesome, and it makes things cheaper. So like, you're a crypto dude, you want to build this awesome shit. Maybe you don't need a 3-man team. Maybe you just need crypto dude. Maybe you just need crypto dude and some help from the AI guild. Or maybe you just need crypto dude and some help from the marketing guild or the storytelling guild or whatever. You know, start thinking about things along those lines. The art guild, like exactly. That's exactly.
The Galactic Art
Tapping
Collective.
into each
Let's
other's
go.
value adds to increase your own value add, basically. That's how it works. You know, you don't want to have to freaking reinvent the wheel if somebody's already synthesized something that's functional and meets your need. You know, if it's in your lane and you're trying to be a competitor, go for it or whatever. But you know that there is service. There's a ton of people already willing to help in amazing capacity. So all you got to do is just reach out.
Dude.
Right.
To think at that level right now at this stage is retarded.
So here's another question. Like, think about Granite, right? Like, no, Granite had no Twitter presence until they were like, hey, we're going to, like, you know, reward people for making some content. And, you know, they'll be like, you know, we'll take like the content we like the most and send you whatever at the end of the month. And then you start seeing Granite on Twitter. So like, even if you're like a team who has nothing to do with the community, you have no networking within the community, and you need to, so you could be a team that comes to Stacks, you know, comes up through Stacks or comes to Stacks from somewhere else, and you can immediately dip into like these resources to help, you know, you like develop your social presence on Stacks immediately.
Yeah,
right?
that's huge. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we're basically creating, I don't want to say rails for communities, like tracks, but that's exactly what's happening. We're basically facilitating people's ability to get plugged in like way easier by providing base tools. And D-Grants is one of them. You know, not to toot my own horn, but BlueStacks might be one of those.
Right.
One of them.
And you know,
It is.
all we have to do is just come together, take our ideas, hash them out, see, okay, yeah, that makes sense, or have you thought about this? You know, actually provide critical feedback, take that idea once you think you have synthesized it into something valuable, and then just push forward on the building of it.
How often we talk about that, like testers, like having like a group of dedicated testers, and that would be great, because if you
that
have
would be a great guild,
right?
A guild of testers. Why isn't there a guild of testers that has a freaking Sigma vault, and then they have their request of sponsorships all sent.
That should be something that is done in D grants. Like
for sure.
This is how we have to be thinking, and like on the community side of things, we've got so many people who've done so much along these lines. I mean, everybody here right now. You've got Peace, you've got Hero, you've got all these guys who have kind of been doing this stuff anyway, and been taking these general ideas and putting them into practice, and you can see where it's going. And this is where we should really be looking at D grants as an opportunity to just give that shit some nitrous, right? Just boost it and make it bigger.
I fully agree. What do you guys think? Darth, Zinni, Olupik?
What up, Zinni? Walu?
I just registered at justbuildle.btc. So
Just Buildle, nice.
Of course you did.
God, this guy's fighting grails every
dude.
day.
All day
DNS
long.
Explorer.
Do the biddle giddle.
Oh my god. Biddle Giddle. Bro.
Alright.
Why would you give that grail away? What are you doing?
If you don't get it before I do, I'm getting it.
Bro, we're like, how quickly can I type this? Everybody's silent right now. Everybody's silent. We're like, don't mind me. I'm just gonna go over to DNS one really quick and
oh no,
the
unable to broadcast. That leather needs to fit.
Unable to broadcast. Oh, you got a little fucking.
No, I gotta click out of the
thing that Darth Dude already knows to pattern around.
Yeah,
That's
he already
built
just
into my
automatically
reflexes,
exits out the first time.
That's fucking funny. He's like the bogus part of my UI UX.
Yeah, he's the BNS ninja.
So check this out, guys. I thought this was pretty cool. Today, big shout out to Bobby Chisel and the Screen Fiend squad. They've got layers.xyz, where you can, pretty much essentially make an on-chain kind of link tree to where, I've got Giga Pepe V2 in there, Spaghetti Punk referrals there. You can generate memes with your Screen Fiends. They integrated Giga Pepe V2 into this and the OG Gigas. So, nice. And not only that, but you'll love this, Darth. Look at this. I've got artdictator.id, but look, not only that, I can scroll through my BNS, mark my BNS names. Look, BigThickDaddy.btc. Let's go. We got Bitcoin profit, clown activities and degen activities. Right? Make sure you're in the right category here. Don't fall under clown activities. Make sure you're falling under the degen activities, along with my spaghetti punks, my Giga Pepe, all of that in a bag of chips. So
you can access that from holding Screen Fiend.
What'd you say, Jack?
I said you can access all this from holding Screen Fiend.
Yeah, I think so, and that's layers.xyz. You connect your wallet, and then boom, go, put your layers together. So yeah, this is pretty cool, and I encourage everybody to go check that out, man. Really excited for that on-chain. Shit, yeah, dude, this is some cool stuff, guys.
Yeah.
What
else?
I've got some. Oh yeah. I would go grab one here. Let me go here to Gamma right quick. There you go, right on the top featured collections here, Screen Fiends, and then just wanted to go within the last week and show off that Deruptars, Giga Pepe Spaceship Club, Giga Pepe V2. Come on, man. Stacks Invaders always week for week in there, but in the last day, man. Check this out, man. Got Giga Pepe V2, got Deruptars, got all of the based ones. last
Jackson
3
Bader.
days here.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Doing big stuff.
I love
I don't
seeing
know
all
why,
that GP on there, man.
I love how mine still doesn't have a blue check mark.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta fix that. Gamma,
Yeah,
if we
damn.
can get that done, please. That would be
I
great.
am the redheaded stepchild. Let's go. One
Forget about it. This guy's
like
building
the
too much space. We gotta fix that. But actually, the OG Giga Pepe collection is not showing in here when it was earlier, which is crazy. But how to like Cryptiddy swept one for like I think it was like 88 STX, and it put it in the
damn.
top
88.8.
collection.
Damn.
Yeah, so
I gotta check my floor prices on my V1s. Hold on, man. I'm sitting here holding on to Grail. Yeah.
V1s, man. That you had that thesis back in the day that the OG collection would hold its value, if not more. There's only 130 of them, so
I can't sell my V1s. I mean, damn, like it'd have to be worth like a Ferrari before I could do that.
You know it.
I think so too, Jack. I mean, that's Lambo season. That's new. You call it new girlfriend season, right? Lambo season for Jack, though. But getting into this,
It's
right? I wanted to
wife-changing
showcase the tool that we are using, right? So this tool that we're using to build some stuff, you're able to call it Meshy. You're able to upload, a picture, a 2D picture, and it'll pop you out a 3D mesh.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, here, I'm probably playing catch up a bit here, but like you can pop in a Deruptar, like our version of a Deruptar, and get a game asset out of it, right? So Meshy here, spitting out game assets like it's crazy. We're running through, pistols for the game. We got, memo bots being worked on, all sorts of stuff. So I figured I'd share this tool and show you what AI is truly capable of. So don't sleep. I'm actually upgrading my machine to where I'll be able to create some 3D assets. So I think that that's going to be pretty cool, and it's reinvigorated that artist spark in my heart to get in there and learn a new skill, right? And design some game.
Can I chime in here?
Really V1s are so good.
I want to say something really quick because this is, dude, Darth, you are a BNS fiend, bro. I'm looking at the BNS freaking latest activities. And I'm like, Darth is just on a rampage. He's like, well, don't mind me. I'm gonna buy all this. Oh, what's this? I got this. Oh, dude, look at some of these are grails.
GP, hit the Explorer.
Realtree.btc. Royal Caribbean?
No, just scroll down, dude.
What the hell?
Oh, dark dude. Middle Giddle. You got it.
I got 4 screen feeds. I got 4.
Oh, so you're in the game. Proof of back
I got 4 Deruptars.
Oh, let's go. Yeah.
Look at this, man. Double tree.
Oh, GP, you should maybe also. Can we talk about that tweet I did earlier?
Absolutely, we can. I think that is a big yes. Okay, so let's look at this real quick because I think this is something that we need to be paying attention to. If you can, guys, definitely like and share this. I'm gonna drop this into the whatchamacallit in the doohickey so you can do the thing and like and share this, guys. But please do like and share. Here, I'll drop it here.
I was about to say you might not want to click on large pepe.btc. That might not be suitable for work. Doing zone file updates over there. I'm like large pepe.btc with a zone file update. I wonder what image he's using on.
It's a Giga Pepe V1.
Oh, okay. I was like,
So let's get into this, guys. So Crypto Dude, and you can follow him at CryptoDude_BTC, right? Okay, so read this real quick. So Stacks Wallet UI UX security proposal allow mode transactions. When allow mode is enabled, wallets like Leather and Xverse should disable the confirm button by default. Require users to enable dev mode in settings first. That is a dev feature for allow mode transactions. So if there's a malicious contract that allows any functions like allow mode to be enabled on it and stuff like that, off rip, the confirm button should be disabled by default.
Yeah, on those contexts.
We need more security. Why? Allow mode is for devs only. Consumer apps should rely on post conditions. This prevents malicious sites from tricking users into unsafe transactions. Also, update the allow mode warning text, place it next to the confirm button, still show it even in dev mode. Like and share this thread if you think Leather and Xverse should update, protect consumer users versus dev convenience. I agree. This is a huge deal, and I think that anybody that agrees that our community should be protected by all means, go and share this post. Go comment under this post. We have post conditions. What good are they if people can just conveniently spin up a contract and you just post red letters at the top of the transaction that you sign instead of next to the confirm button where people are actually going to read before they click the button. As soon as you think about it, you pull up a transaction, what's the first thing you're doing? You're scrolling to the bottom to confirm, right? You're not even reading what it's at the top if you are just rushing through stuff. Put it right next to the confirm button and have it disabled and have them think, why is it disabled? And then read that red text. It makes sense. I think that Leather and Xverse should implement this. I agree that user safety trumps dev convenience. So, based post, man.
And it's timely because like we're at the part of the cycle right now where everybody's getting drained. Like not necessarily on stacks right now, but you're seeing it all over the place. Like people are just getting scammed left and right, and you're seeing all of these newbie ass coals that don't even get me started about how lame like most of crypto Twitter is now, just getting ass wiped by scammers.
You can thank InfoFi for that.
It's getting absolutely spooked.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to like look out for people the best that we can.
Not InfoFi specifically, but like the genre of InfoFi. By the way, just not poking anything at like anybody, but I'm saying like in general InfoFi. But yes, like users are getting screwed right now, man. And we have these post conditions which are based unique to stacks. So I think that we should be really showcasing that by doing justice by our users. If we have these post conditions, let's make them more apparent and actually put them to good use in our UX, our UI UX, our user experience.
100%.
So
yeah, this will
protect the user.
This will save the people that are a little impatient from getting wrecked against malicious actors. I mean, they're basically, if you have the transaction with allow mode enabled, it's just going to do whatever the smart contract says. It's not going to it's not going to display basically in the little transaction window of what's going to happen. That's kind of more assumptive, right? The post conditions need to be supplied for that wallet window to have full context in terms of what will execute, and that allow mode needs to be disabled to ensure that that's only what happens. So, malicious contracts out there and malicious UIs with trying to trick people to go to a website. Oh yeah, click your claim, and then they fucking get wrecked. Because they're just quick. They're thinking they're gonna get a quick whatever. So,
what's up, Frog Dog?
It shouldn't be that hard to implement this. This is literally just a UI thing.
Did Fred Dog get added to the nightly stream?
Yep.
Okay. All right. What's up, Fred Dog?
Yo, what's
How we
good,
doing?
guys?
What's up?
What's up, homie? Nice to talk to you. Nice to have you on.
Bro, I've been watching the show, and it's just cool to like be able to just pop in like that. You know what I mean?
That's what it's about.
Yeah,
man.
like like I watch a lot of podcasts and shit, so it's kind of just weird that I've just been watching you guys. for a little bit and then just pop in. So this is cool.
Sick Gigapep
Yeah,
of you
that's
too,
sick.
by the way,
Good
man. Welcome, bro. Welcome. So yeah, we've been talking a little. Yeah, you've been watching. You obviously we're talking about safer UI UX implemented by Leather and Xverse, right? I would love to see that. I think that post conditions are safe, right? Like we have this awesome thing that is built in to Stacks that is unique to Stacks, but it just needs like the user experience and interface needs to showcase how based it is a little bit more, right? Like we can have it and then have a red warning,
We basically
whatever,
can,
but how
we can
good is that
detect
going to be?
scammers trying to maliciously attack people because they're not supplying post conditions and they basically have allow mode enabled. That's something. The only legitimate use case of basically allow mode is for devs, right? It should never be in a consumer facing
Right.
application. So you as a user that's not a dev, you should basically never be doing transactions with allow mode on. So it's as simple as that. So don't accidentally let them. They don't know what it is. They shouldn't be doing it. You know what I'm saying?
And we got Anthony Fiore in the comments.
gee.
Show the people how to do the post, how to do the post conditions so they don't get scammed. Why hasn't this been done by the foundation? This would be a gigantic suing point, right? Like, come on, man. Like, you're right. Like, we need this to be done. We need these wallets to be integrating these features and making sure that users are safe, right? There are going to be more and more people, like, as unfortunately as our industry grows and our blockchain grows, there's going to be more bad actors than good entering the space. So why not like push a little update to where
Anthony's point, by the way, the foundation isn't responsible for those wallets. Those wallets are independent entities that build their own source code and have their front ends, and so that the foundation can't just like force them to do it. Like, this is something they need to just recognize as a improvement in the UI UX. So,
And guys, I know we're supposed to say, get the ledger or whatever and cold storage, and at the very least, just get you like an Asigna multi-sig and just like, keep most of your shit there. Okay. Just be smart, because the scams are going to get worse and worse. Right. And like, nobody wants that. Nobody wants to log in and lose all their shit that they've been working so hard to acquire. Like,
the post conditions gives us a massive check against that. Like, it's truly unique. Like other chains wish they had this. So the utilization and the implementation of how it's recognized and where it's obviously the majority of the users are not going to be devs, so they shouldn't be interacting that way. Right? They shouldn't be interacting with allow mode on. So.
No, it makes perfect sense. Perfect sense, dude.
Yeah, I thought it was cool to have Fred Dog on.
They should have called it dev mode or something, just explicitly or something. Maybe that would make it.
I agree with that too. I'm adding Fred Dog to the DeOrganized Nightly chat for sure.
Yeah, come back.
Big ups. Yeah, dude. Come through, dude. Come back, come through. Let's see. That might even be. Yeah, that was him. He probably got dropped or something. What up, Fred Dog? Let's go. Love having based community members, based podcasters, based everything going on tonight, based conversation, and now we got Fred Dog. Fred Dog, I've actually added you to the DeOrganized Nightly chat where we shoot the link to the studio. You're welcome to come on anytime. But happy Friday, dude. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I just got home from work. Who sent me the link? I think Dark Dude sent me the link and Twitter, and I just opened it up like in the Safari browser, but like within Twitter. And so then like I tried to do something else, and it kicked me out. So I'm good. I do everything on mobile, bro. So like I really yesterday I was doing for the first time I was trading perps on Velar, and is that how you say it?
Okay.
Velar?
Yeah.
And I was like fucking tripping out because I opened a position like at 5 times leverage. And then like I signed the contract and everything, and then I was like, okay, it's not in my wallet, so it must be like an escrow somewhere. But like I kept looking at like trying to find out where my position was at, or where where it said like my liquidation ratio and stuff like that, and I couldn't find it. I was tripping out, and then I just like found out you have to like scroll down just a little bit when you're looking at the chart, and it shows you like your open positions.
Yeah, like,
I'm glad Velar is updating too. There's going to be a new edition of the perp decks by the end of the year. Is the tentative tentative date and time. Looking for.
yeah, I'm glad they got that pushed out there, because we've been waiting on perp for a minute. But like, yeah, they have an update coming for that. I think it's going to include some new tools and stuff like that are needed for perp trading and all that stuff. So like, I'm really excited.
I want to be able to use an AI to like manage my perp positions.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! That'd be cool. That'd be cool to have like some type of they use the API of Velar to. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it actually happening. Don't want to. Yeah. Perp trading with AI.
Yeah.
Let's go. That'd be fun. Like, you just set your stop losses. Like, say you tell your AI, I'm speculating on this range. Go long at this range, and then set a stop loss and all that, and it just does all of it for you automatically. Based. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's. I'm looking forward to that.
I see Anthony chiming in a lot on the chat. Anthony, why don't you just hop in here, bro?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Anthony, you want to come through, dude? Yeah,
It's probably gonna save you some thumb or finger. Like
about to say, man. Let me shoot Anthony at the.
sounds like he's got some
quick, man.
something to say. So just get in here and let everybody hear it, bro.
Facts. But did I hear you say that you run a pod, Red Dog?
Fred Dog, you there?
Here we go. He said he was having issues with Safari and stuff, so I would be surprised.
Anthony, you're not shy. And like, come on, bro. Like, that's not an excuse. What year is this? This is 2025. Come
Oh
on.
yeah. Yeah, dude. No, but it's just the guy shooting the breeze
Right.
talking about what's going on, man. You got good insight, and you're an OG, bro. Like, we're just shooting the breeze. I shot you the link anyway. If you feel like you want to come through, open your door policy here, bro. Come through. Simple as that. But yeah, I love getting to spend time with you guys on my Friday. I wouldn't want to spend it any other way, dude. Like, seriously, this is where it's at. Spending the time with the guys, talking about what's relevant in this ecosystem, having new guests come on, and that's based. I love when everybody's just like, hey, I want to come through. Boom, you can come through. Let's go. Here we go. We got Fred Dog.
Anthony, I'm a
I
broke
guess he was
OG.
having a little trouble.
Well,
Let's see here.
yeah.
I'm a broker with you, but hey, dude, that's all right.
Reputation has
That's
value,
just how
bro.
OG you are.
Reputation has value.
Yeah, thank God.
Damn
Because like when you're a DJing and stacks, it just don't end good for you. Not up until it's
Shit. Whenever I said you're so early,
Right.
it hurts. That means it
Yeah.
different. Sometimes it hits
that's
different.
that's one of those things. That's one of those things that's gonna make it to the lexicon, GP. Like,
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I have many saying showing up, showing out. So our future so bright we need shade. That was an old one from way back in the day. But so early it hurts. You're experiencing it, unfortunately, right now, Anthony. I see you though. I see you, and you're always like you have good insight, and you have a sound ability to tune in. Get in it from the Boost X account. Let's go. It might be on my grave. I'm a broke OG on my grave is the most based Friday nightly.
I hate to say it like this,
statement
but
ever.
nobody gets to take the money with them.
Yeah.
So
no,
every
that's true.
broke when they go
Yeah.
through.
No, dude, you can be too early to stuff. It's true. Like, but like it is what it is. I guess when it comes down to it, I'd rather be too early than too late. You know,
Facts. I was buying $3.80 stacks too.
I'd rather be too early than too late.
Shit. But I still feel like I got it for a discount.
Yeah.
Just can't tell yet.
I look at price as this like kind of a signal more that there's speculation, right? Like I think stacks kind of has some people kind of probably in there messing with it a little bit. I'm
Let's go.
expecting, but I think that can easily be mitigated once the user demand fills in, because we have more utility, we have more gamification, like game vibe, more social vibe, more merch.
Right.
Like I keep saying I want to say merch vibe, but it's not really merch vibe, but basically integration at the point of sale level.
Right. Which is important. I mean, that's the whole thing. And again, like that brings us back to what we were talking about with D grants, because like it's clear to me the onus is on us as the community to like make this shit happen. Like just and I think that we've already done the test case, and we're in a position where we can really expand on some of these ideas. And because once you see the things happen and everyone loves them, very few people just see it up at the beginning until it's already there, which is fine. Not everybody can know shit before other people realize it. So like we've got the people, we've got the vision, we've got the practice. Now we just like formalize it and make systems that make it, incentivized and better, and just more polished and
just have better alignment of incentives, basically.
Yeah. Well, nobody like here's the it's like screwed up, and I know it's the way of the world, but I'm a contrarian, and I don't if I don't like something, I just don't like it. I don't like the idea that you can have like dudes who don't have much just working those bags so hard, and they've got small bags for dudes who have multi-millions of dollars worth of bags who don't do shit. And like, you know what? The dudes who are working their bags and doing things and all of that with so little, just out of pure passion, with the desire to grow, you have a moral obligation to like at least try to make systems to make that as good as humanly possible, to give people an opportunity to do that. You don't have to give people handouts. These people aren't operating under a handout system. They're busting their asses. Like, so if you're a project on Stacks and you want some AI content made, good. Go to the AI Guild, pay the monthly subscription or whatever it is, where X amount of that goes into a stacking pool. And then like people who contribute, there's a whole incentive-based mechanism where people can actually make money from this. Right? Like
exactly.
And grow more on that. But the whole dynamic of, well, I'm just a multi-millionaire and this is just part of my portfolio, and all these plebs doing all this shit to make this, get mind share. Yeah, that's just the way of the world. No, man, like
they need to get more involved and like prove that they're part of the community more than just a freaking like some sort of like beneficiary of the community, right?
We think meme coins are stupid. We just want DeFi. Man, fuck you. How do you think people who don't have bags build bags? They build bags with things like the NFTs and meme coins. You
soon
like get your head out your ass.
They're gonna build some bags with Stacks pot soon. That's gonna be fun as fuck.
Yeah, dude. Leveling the playing field, dude. And I think that I think that we're trending in the right direction. People are paying attention, right? Like things are changing. A paradigm shift is happening, and we need to empower as many people in this ecosystem as we possibly can. From builder to content creators to the next gen of leaders, all of it, man. Like, because who do you think is on the ground floor working for their bags and getting the work, like the word of Stacks out there? It's the people that have the most to lose, right? So like, what do you mean?
And
like, you will not find somebody that is more hard working than somebody that has skin in the game and then wants to see Stacks
Right.
win. Period.
Right. Because they want to grow.
So put them
They
on.
want to grow.
So put
They
them
want
on.
more opportunities, and this is how like cool stuff happens. Cool stuff gets built. New metas get made. Like the community aspect of crypto. One of the things I've figured out, and I just figured this out the other day, and I think that's why it's in the forefront of my mind, and it's just making me so fucking aggravated. Is there's so many people who like are new to crypto that they don't understand crypto. So like they're like, okay, this is Stacks and this is what it's going to be, and this is no, man, like you're a fucking noob. You don't understand crypto. So why I don't there's no reason to think that you would understand it. So just shut the fuck up and let the people who actually notice shit like listen. Just pay attention and listen. And then you might learn.
I got a question from the audience here, right? Yeah, and it's like one of those things, right? Like we have this marketing meeting, we have like like you can learn a lot from people on the ground floor about community building, attracting new users, all of that, and that's what those are the signs of a healthy ecosystem, man. You want those metrics, but yeah, I agree.
Like you're
yes,
more, but don't be so fucking opinionated about what you think is real when you don't know anything. Oh, we need.
You haven't experienced it.
Dude, you realize that everything that we have on Stacks that exists as a DeFi primitive today was like the most degen shit in the world in 2018, 2019, and 2020? Like, that was the fucking pump fund meme coins of that era. That's how degen it was. And you had people back then being like, no, that seems too risky. I'm going to stick with the centralized exchange or whatever. Like, but we're using this shit and we're taking it for granted that it's already, no, man, like that was some real degen shit. And it's like, oh, some of it's super useful. And we're now like taking and pinning the hopes and dreams of entire networks on it, right? Where do you think that innovation came from? Where do you think that the actual revenue to incentivize the building and iterating of that came from? It came from crypto natives who were like, hey, let's fucking degen. I want to make a bigger bag. You see? And like, does that make sense? Or am I just losing my mind?
No, that makes sense.
You want to hear a joke? Stacks is too risky. I'm going to hold the dollar.
Right.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, but I mean, you guys just watched me register realtree.btc in front of you. I mean, you can do anything with $2 for the price of a cup of coffee. Now, I mean, now the whole Stacks ecosystem is incentivized to
cup of coffee like 10 years ago. I mean, this is like it's not okay. Like coffee's getting more.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like half a cup of coffee now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. For real though. Grails, Darth, are you going to tell people about your little? I don't want to, because I know you're trying to maybe about like maybe somebody in the audience has a contact with that entity you're talking about. Trying to get that.
Yeah, I got Realtree, I got Taco Bueno, I got Longhorn Steakhouse, I got Steak and Shake. And
what about that? The one that's maybe a little bit in we'll say near the equator or whatever, business that's operates on the.
And the Royal Caribbean.btc, that's a $70 billion brand. Like they're worth $70 billion. They do $17 billion in revenue in 2025, and they're paying $200 million in credit card fees if credit card fees are 1.5% of their annual revenue. And Steak and Shake has already set precedent of saving 50% on credit card fees by adopting Bitcoin. So if the asking price for one of these domain names is half of what they're saving on credit card fees, that's a $100 million domain. So 10% bounty to anyone who can make the right connection to get this domain to the global company and onboard them to Stacks. Same thing with Realtree. Same thing.
Then that's easy peasy for their users when they're wanting to make, payments. They can just translate the name right into the payment address. There's no. This is it takes the scary part away, because people like consumers are like, a big long string. What is that? Scary.
Right.
But if you have a nice friendly name, it's like, okay, just make my Bitcoin payment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we covered this in the BNS space. Like someone last week in Ethereum lost $650,000 because they sent Ethereum to the wrong address because it's a 30-digit alphanumeric string that our brains can't process.
Right.
So this direct solution, the age-old solution to the oldest Bitcoin problem in history, is human readable domains. It's right there, and it's built on Stacks. It's the gateway to Stacks. It's the biggest marketing incentive we have to giant corporations, franchises, or individual users who just want to register their gamer tag or their small business and cut their what has been a baked-in expense as a 3% credit card fee, suck a middleman D. You can cut that in half, and you're cash flowing extra for free just by adopting Bitcoin.
You have sucking middleman D.BTC because that one's got
So
that one got a flow.
That's not even counting the savings that they would receive because of the counterparty risk mitigation, right? Because there's none of that with Bitcoin, right? In Stacks, we have the same finality of Bitcoin. So like that there's even more value than what he was just saying to them for onboarding to Bitcoin, obviously. And yeah, that's insane. Like somebody in the audience, Royal Caribbean,
and it's ahead of the curve thinking. That's all that is that's just being ahead of the curve. Like, but it makes perfect sense.
Right, and it comes from being in such a pinch where it's like, well, crap, I've got $18. How can I leverage this to the best of my abilities? It's like, well, let's look for the highest ROI in the ecosystem.
What I want is I want people from like the Stacks business development team reaching out to institutions and big corporations like that and being like, hey, this is why you should use SBTC. Oh, and by the way, like, here's your human readable .BTC. Like, I want that. Like that's like I want to see that kind of stuff happen, and I'm sure it will. But there's just so many like ways to grow this ecosystem because it's crypto and Bitcoin, and
Exactly.
And like we're gonna have to do a lot of that ourselves, and it's just I'm fine with that. But,
yeah.
Anthony is so based, dude. What is the logic?
He answered his own question. It's BS.
Exactly, dude. It's so based.
But yeah, to anyone who might have a connection or be connected to somebody who's connected to somebody, go to darthdude.btc on bns.one, and if you can connect a buyer to any domain name in that wallet, and it results in a sale, I will give you 10% of the sale price.
Damn.
And bounties for BNS are being built as
And you
well, like legit functionality for.
And
bounties for
Dark
BNS.
just broke it down to the valuation of one of those names from that Royal Caribbean.BTC in terms of savings that they could save if they were to onboard into Bitcoin. So you have a fucking price to negotiate with. And save some money and capture a fucking commission. So why, don't sleep.
Here's the thing: Darth Dude's a degen, and Darth Dude's like I got him pegged at about a 133 IQ, as far as I can tell, and like that's what people don't understand. You can love this shit, you can know this shit, you can be really fucking smart about it, and make really cool shit if you shut your fucking mouth and pay attention. And I'm still got a little nicotine withdrawal, so excuse me.
That's all right. I like fire. I like fire.
Fire.
Congratulations on the week.
When I come on the stream, that's when I want my nicotine the most, man. I'd be just popping those ends. Right.
I know it. Okay, I like fire eject. We need this, guy.
I mean, that's it. The formulation is there for anyone. I mean, take the annual expenditure of any companies, what they're paying in credit card fees, cut it in half, and there's your starting point for a sale price.
Yeah, expect to probably go down because they're gonna, try and lowball you after that. But meet them somewhere in the middle. Still make a killing.
Well, Fabo, it's not a nice deal. It's
an amazing deal.
It's an opportunity, and you have to work for it, right? So it's not a nice deal. It's an opportunity, man.
Hey,
but
go out.
You got to work for it. You got to find Royal Caribbean, and then you have to onboard.
Yeah,
to get that commission. So you have to really want it, and the people that are really wanting it and have the know-how on how to do that will be able to, pursue that and then get that commission.
I mean, imagine
So
just
do your
imagine
research. This is an opportunity that you could
what
take.
what was the
You know?
what was the total again that you valued
I
the
wanted
name
it.
out again, Darth? Based off all those numbers, I forgot it off the top of my head, but it's
It
size.
was it was absolutely massive. So if they're doing 17.18 billion in the past year, 0.75% of that number is $128 million. 10% commission is 12 million.
They could buy that, be brand recognized on .btc, and then have easy, human readable names for their consumers to kind of get over the little, I don't know whether that's the right address vibe, and then boom, save a shit ton of money in the process because the savings to credit card processing fees, that could be had. Dude, and somebody could come in here and negotiate that deal between Darth Dude and them and earn a fat commission, based on the closing price of that sale. So 10%
Exactly.
of just sell it for $1 million or 10 mil or whatever that you guys like. I don't know, like whatever it can be negotiated, and walk away like a boss. Just walk
Right.
like you could just
Yeah,
walk in,
Darth
walk out.
Dude's living in the future. Like that's all that is. Like
Right.
probably my most profitable .btc is clams. I don't know how many clams get sold in the course of a year, but somebody's gonna own clams.btc and make me super rich.
Let's go.
Fabo asked a good question. He said, "You don't understand. What do I have to do?" So just make the connection, add onboard one person to the network, and if you want to collect the bounty, DM me and say, I connected this wallet. They might make an offer. This is the wallet to expect the offer from. And if you DM me and the timestamp of your DM is before that wallet makes the offer or the purchase, I will use your ability to see the future as proof of referral, and that's 10% commission.
Bingo.
Super based. Yeah, so that's just reach out, form your contact, negotiate your deal, get them to freaking provide the buying address that they'll want to purchase it from. You forward that along to Darth so he can see that you knew it ahead of time, basically, and then you'll get your commission. You'd obviously need to supply your payment address, but dude, this is so based of a model.
Yeah, it truly is.
Yeah, you don't have to own anything. You just make a connection. The network is the valuation of stacks. The network is the value here. So add someone to the network.
It'd be really cool if there'd be a way to like implement that through one.bns where and then go from there. Because like, how are people going to learn about stuff like this when it's all said and done, like the businesses and everything? Because that's something that's just going to be. I just think that a lot of people are going to wind up using like fiat-backed stables, right? And like, I think that they're just going to fall into these ready-made MasterCard, Visa systems, and they're not going to save any money. So like, why are we not just like on the business development side of things, like really pushing that shit?
Yeah, I think this type of basically bounties or commissions or whatever you would, that could be built on BNS.1. I mean, I don't see why it couldn't be.
Yeah, I've had the talk with Snazzy and Eric, and they're building out auctions first, should be next. So you can list a domain up for auction with a reserve price. And then after that, they're going to build out the smart contracts, and they're calling it like a brokerage. So I can put up tacobueno.btc, list a price, and then the % commission to anyone who can refer a buyer. And they'll be working on that maybe in Q4. But until then, we'll do the social contract version of DMs.
Let's go.
So Fabo right now is experimenting with uncensored AI and cooking up the most fire porn with rock. Let's go Fabo.
There's some Solana meme coins that are broaching that subject, which is kind of
Yeah,
funny.
porn. I ape. Damn it.
I aped in like 2 of them today. Like there was a boob meta on Solana like 2 days ago.
Oh, I missed the boob
Yeah,
meta? Damn, it seems like the trenches are reverting a little bit,
you
but
know,
okay.
like did you do your research for the boob meta? Like, come on.
Yeah, like how big are the areolas, the cup
You do your due
size? Like, what's the real meta and the
Yeah.
meta?
But yeah.
He's calculating the Fibonacci's of the Taz.
The fib extension of the bra to the shoulders. And
It's like, oh my.
But yeah, that's like there's a lot of things, like especially with BNS that could be huge, that are massive selling point for this ecosystem. Massive.
I agree.
You know, because like these companies, these companies, they're slow moving, they're slow to respond. They're run by boomers who they're like the last technological advancement they fully understood was how to program their VCRs, right? So like,
shit.
So
they
when like
didn't know how to do that. That was always blinking freaking midnight. What are you talking about? They didn't program that clock on that son of a bitch.
So like
the same ones that are like, grandson, my TV is not working, and
Flashing
on
midnight
TV
forever.
remote.
Yeah, so it's like, Visa and MasterCard and all these places with the stable coins, they're just going to come in, do their things, and they're still going to take their cuts. And like, we're talking about like, that's like your big thing with SBTC. Like one of the big things is how quick you can transfer it, right? What all you can do with it relative to regular BTC, and it's still BTC. So we should be like, that should be part of our outreach, like at that business development level. Like, and I know that's what Boom's working on, but like, why isn't Boom like super funded? Like, why is it so hard for Boom to like, they're having a bootstrap? Like, we should be front running this.
Yeah, I think there is SIP 31 is most definitely needing to get here sooner, but D grants is going to help at least kind of grease some wheels along the way until we can get that. And then if we can scale up D grants too through multiple cohorts over time and synthesize that process, then we have like basically a solid like starting track, so to speak, for the D grants, and then kind of like a seed track for the I mean, obviously the SIP 31 and endowment can be used tons of different ways, but you get what I'm saying. There's basically multiple paths to help find help get funding, help find market fit. We need that market fit sentiment. Like that's the thing. Like we need to get behind the ideas that people want to see happen, because that's the market fit. That's the user demand. So we all want Boom out there. That should be a no-brainer to give Dan just a big old pile of fucking cash or whatever to get all the engineers he needs involved, get the infrastructure in place or whatever, he's needing to, finish his work and get like that out to the next level. There's
POS systems, period. Like, yes, it's been needed, dude. Like, yes. So we got a couple comments here. Like, I think SDX is faster than Sol. Getting there, they are fine tuning it. SDX is crazy fast. Even my bro faster transactions than Lightning. So, yeah. So you guys see it. You guys see the value proposition of Stack, plus the programmability, which is what we're talking about with POS systems, right? Like, so like. Bolt protocol. Yes, that's Ronald.
Yeah, so there's tons of cool shit popping up right and left. I mean, CryptoSmith, not that we already said this earlier, but that stack spot thing, that's going to be freaking fun. That's a new way to stack. It's going to have a little bit of a game mechanic there, and the people are going to be able to create their own pots. Other people are going to be able to join those pots. It's going to be kind of the winner take all vibe. It's going to be, fair probability, because it's based on the participant count, right? And then the gamification.
The yield goes to the one person,
exactly.
to the winner.
That's.
And then you might be able to afford a pot.
Well, the creator of the pot actually can also define a fee for creating the pot, so they can take like a portion of the pot basically as their fee for spinning up the pot. So there's going to be odds. There's going to be variability in odds because of participation count. There's going to be variability in reward because the total size of the pot and the minimum amount you have to put in there. There's going to be also variability in that reward because of cycle lengths. But gamification basically of stacking more rather than just like being pretty much just for gaining a weight-based yield, right? So that how fast he cooked that clarity up is still blowing my mind.
Sick, dude. I put you guys up against, dude. Yes, 100%. Crazy fast. That was a concept for 2 days.
Yeah, dude.
It was a concept for 2 days since you told me. And then
to be fair, it was a concept.
Hey,
to be fair, it was a concept for a little while before I told you because we're like still.
But still, dude.
It was still concept at that point when I told you there was like no clarity at that point. So, we have the capacity to build really cool shit in stacks that's secured by Bitcoin, and like we can do things that bring value, real value to people out there in the real world, that are. Like Darthu's, model there. They're dealing with shit tons of fucking fees from credit card companies that are basically, still ripe with fraud because credit cards are just fucking easy as fuck to rip, clone and rip off, and so they also have to deal with clawbacks, and they're losing, even if they're not losing principal, they're losing manpower hours because they have to deal with that nonsense. So.
It's not very efficient.
Not even remotely efficient. No, so fiat is like basically just somehow hanging on because of people's,
That's what drives me nuts. I think I told you all about it when like the bank froze my son's checking account because he had got his tuition check like from his family, like deposited to help him pay for his semester at school, and they froze his account for like 8 days.
Wow.
Yeah,
what?
Like he couldn't like use his account at all.
Missed that.
Like, hey, what's that? What's that? You got too much money in there. This is suspicious. Having money shouldn't be. Having.
Why did you get a $5,500 check from your grandmother? Like clearly you're some kind of coke dealer. You're gonna not let you and like it not just access the check. Like they shut his whole account.
The whole bank account.
He couldn't get any of his money.
That's just like a de facto assumption of guilt based on freaking monetary change, and like so basically, in other words, we don't know how you came up, so you're guilty until you can prove you came up on the legit. So it's basically a default assumption of criminal behavior, which is not
the assumption that your money's actually yours. And this is why we don't need banks and we don't have to have them anymore. We're just we're just playing along because we're run by a fucking kleptocracy. Yep. But like, seriously,
kleptocracy. Can you educate me?
Like
thieves at the top.
Exactly.
Thieves at the top. Break that down. Kleptocracy.
But like. That's the
they
issue,
use
right?
Regulatory capture to basically insulate their market positions in the quote unquote free market that's not so free because they use regulatory interference to fuck their competition. Right. So, this happens in a lot of industries, especially the more regulated they get. So, banking is one of the most regulated industries on the planet, and obviously, people's money should be taken seriously. Anthony, it's all fuckery. Yeah, exactly. So Bitcoin is like so basically it's like, hey, guess what? It would be fucked up if somebody came along and fucked that paradigm up. That's what Bitcoin did. Bitcoin basically took it from a push model, or I'm sorry, from a pull model to a push model, right? So now it's not centrally authoritative. The authority's at the edge. You are the authority. You are the bank. So all we got to do is just build on it. All we got to do is leverage it. And
the issue, this is what drives me nuts, is that like we're just like headed towards a world where like the bank is going to take people's Bitcoin and be like, oh wait, you can't prove that this is legal Bitcoin, so now you can't use your account. Like that's where we're headed.
Well, that's when they do that
completely needlessly.
Yeah, if they try to pull that number, then it's going to be basically they're going to be counting their days at that point, because financial freedom is always going to be what people seek, and it's the path. It's all about the path of least resistance, right? And so when we have the means to just essentially just go around them, because we can just create point of sale systems, we can just build our own networks. I mean, that's literally what it's all about, and they'll just basically just lose market share to at the global scale, basically, for consumer operations. So you have like, what's the main use case for fiat right now? Like for most people, it's just paying your bills, making sure you can pay your bills. That's it. It's not like people don't typically use money. Like I'm saying, the average Joe, right? Like there's a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck, and so fiat basically is surviving on those people.
Right.
And they're basically, all you have to do is just change that last mile, get fiat out of that mix, and give those people an opportunity to kind of secure their financial sovereignty a little better at that last mile, and then it's the snowball effect, really. People like more freedom. Later, Jack.
I'll see
Airbnb.
You. It was fun. Look, if I was too aggro, about that.
No, dude, get his aggro, right. Dude. We love fiery Jack. And we know what you're going through, dude. Keep going, Jack. We need you around as long as we can have you. And thank you for coming through and spending some of your most valuable asset, which is your time with us, man. Come in as angry as you want to, bro.
All right.
Yeah. Jack, before you go, if you haven't, check out that BNS Mastermind recording from Thursday. I dropped a ton of meta plays that I'm thinking about right now. That there's more names than I can register, so tons of stuff in there.
All right, thanks, brother. We'll do.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Later. So Friday night, fellas, I was going to do like a little game night. I was going to head over to the Zest screen share channel and play some games or fuck around and cook or do something. You guys got anything going on? That's the nose poke I'm talking about. I told you about Darth, dude. You see the nose poke? It came in. He's like, dude, it's like 9 o'clock. What are you doing right now? It's the nose poke.
That's the touch grass reminder.
Yeah, the touch grass reminder. Puppy came in and told me. You guys got anything going on?
Oh yeah, cooking. Still cooking on the game. Cooking on Boost X.
You want to cook a little bit?
Cooking on Boost X V2. Also, we're upgrading that space drops modal, like basically doing quality assurance testing. We're kicking all sorts of things. I'm probably gonna actually literally cook some dinner here in a little bit though.
Facts, dude. I'm gonna go play some games in the Zest screen share. If you guys want to do some cooking in a little bit after you're done, let me know. That's probably where I'll be.
For sure, I'm down.
Come through.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Dark dude, what do you got going on? After we sign out.
Nice. I'm gonna catch up on some sleep after this week.
Yeah, catch on some sleep. I think it's gonna be a busy one. But yeah, dude, I hope that you guys have a blessed rest of your night. I'm gonna go around one last time. Any final thoughts? Any closing frequencies to the ethos? Shameless shows, all that. Dark dude, what's up, man?
Yeah, for anyone who tuned in to the first episode of Darth Charts on Tuesday, we pointed out some targets on Bitcoin and Ethereum, both of which were hit this week. So we'll be doing that every week, Tuesday, 1 p.m. EST. Be going over BNS stuff Thursday, 1 p.m. EST. And yeah, we keep moving forward. We keep iterating, and we ain't going anywhere. So.
Damn Skippy. We're not fucking leaving. Let's go. All right, Crypto Dude, what's up with you, man? Any final thoughts, closing frequencies, shameless shills?
Let's see here. Yeah, I'll just leave it with the simple: build the change, get involved. You got something to contribute. Yeah, I know you do. Everybody's got ideas. Don't let other people decide your fate. You know, take your personal responsibilities seriously. It's easy to get involved. Just reach out. Come on GP's freaking show here. You know, I strongly recommend it. It'll help get the word out. And what else? What else? There was something else I was going to say. Oh yeah, be sure to install BoostX and leave a review. I'll leave it at that.
Into the Chrome.
Yeah.
Go to BoostX_app. Follow BoostX_app. Find the Chrome store. Download BoostX and be based. Let's go. Interact with the Stacks blockchain directly from X and Discord. And put your BNS as your name on X. What are you doing? Go register your BNS at bns.one so you can take part in all the based activities, including receiving space drops for based. I almost called it base drops, but space drops for having your X name.
Freaking good one. Base drops.
Your BNS.
Base drops.
So, yeah, I think it's pretty base. And I'll let we got Ace tuning in for a minute. I'll let Ace take us out. So,
you guys are still here. I love it.
Final thoughts? Yes, it's Friday night, man. About to head over to the Zest Discord for a little bit and play some games, bullshit around for a few minutes, and then call it a night. It is Friday for the weekend. Any closing frequencies, final thoughts, and anything for us, Ace? What's up?
Because we were doing GPSC is the pimpest in the Giga universe. He's the guy.
That's the most base take. Like Ace just comes on and just like gasses me up. Let's go, bro. Builder arc initiated. Big things coming, guys. Download BoostX. Follow ASPAN 2021 on X. Follow Crypto Dude _BTC. Follow Darth Dude 73 on X. Stay in the know with DeOrganized BTC. And I hope you guys have a very, very based weekend. Thank you for coming through and spending some of your most valuable asset, which is your time with me, guys. It was an awesome discussion this Friday. Be sure to go to DeOrganized Media and set up your profile if you have not. But fellas, thank you for coming through.
Night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Later.
Great stuff again.
Thanks, guys. And this has been another based episode of DeOrganized Nightly, where we get your favorite Giga Brain Astronaut Scholars into the same room, have a dope high-frequency conversation about Bitcoin news, world news, you name it, we've got it, including Alpha, fresh and hot off the presses, with DeOrganized. Be sure to go to DeOrganized.media and set up your profile today. Visit the show schedule on DeOrganized.media by going to DeOrganized.media/show schedule. Stay in the know about all the base spaces and podcasts going on within our ecosystem. Go hit up the DeOrganized Discord. Get involved with the AI Guild. I'm telling you, the Stacks AI Guild is finding all of these based workflows for content creation, use cases for AI, and more. Get involved, guys. It is based. I'm telling you, a lot of good information in there. Get into the Zest Discord, which you can jump into by scanning that QR code up there in the top corner, and take part in a based activity schedule where you can pack your bags with sit-in assets as part of the Zest meme coins. Brent, big shout out to our sponsors, Rue, Leo, Flat, Peggy, Nesty, and Stacking Dow with STSTX. There's daily rumbles for prizes, weekly content contest, um, and more, guys. Just go get active in the Discord. Have some fun with the base community. Um, I'm your boy GP. I'm ready for some dinner and touch some grass, recharge my social battery, and I hope that you guys have a high frequency weekend. We're gonna do it all again next week. It's not gonna be too long, just a little weekend stint where we're gonna recharge our battery and we'll get right back at it. So, big shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. Blessings to you all. I see White. I see you, Crypt Titty in the house. What a legend. Fabo. We've got Anthony Fiore in the house. We've got a bunch of bass legends. So thank you for coming through tonight, guys. And I really, really do want to wish you my sincere thank you for always tuning in and supporting me. Be sure to tune in next week. We'll be starting all over again at 8 a.m. for whatever mornings with the Good Vibe Tribe, and then 8:30 a.m. ET Monday through Friday with the Let's Go Morning Show. So tune in, stay in the know, stay ahead of the curve, like Jack Switch says. DeOrganized is where it's at. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace.
Happy Friday, G-Gen. Happy Friday. Get into the Discord. Get into the Discord. You know you want to. Tune in next week for DeOrganized. You want to do it. Stay in the know. Get into the Discord. Get into the Discord. I love you, D-Gen.